Hi, I'm Lady Charmaine, and welcome to the Lady Charmaine Live Show. And I have another special guest with me on the show today. Today, my guest is an actor, playwright, and director who won national awards for his work in all three categories. He has appeared in films like Coming to America, Their Eyes Were Watching God, ABC's Castles, and HBO's Lackawanna Blues. And he's here today to talk about season 2 of The Quad, airing on BET on Tuesday nights, and playing a character that we love to hate. Help me welcome to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, Mr. Ruben Santiago Hudson, who plays the band director Cecil Diamond. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing good, and welcome to the show. This is my first time having you on the show, so I'm really excited.
I'm excited as well. I'm excited.
Thank you so much. Now, many people don't know that I did a little bit of research, and I had no idea that you were actually also in Coming to America, that you played a street hustler. I said, okay, now I got to go back and watch it to see if I can find Ruben in Coming to America. So I'm going to go do a special watch so I can find you.
I'm going to give you a hint.
Okay.
By this one line. You want to buy some toothbrushes?
Oh, wait a minute. So that was real quick. So you had a couple seconds, but I'm going to find you real quick. No, that's good. But many people don't know. When I was watching and also reading about you, I read a few things about you. But this is the one thing, Ruben, I had no idea. I've seen you in so many shows. I did not know your name was Ruben Santiago Hudson. Now, I have a question for you. When you were in school, did a lot of teachers, and maybe even when you went to auditions, did they kind of get your name mixed up because you didn't quite look like your name?
No, my birth name through school was just Ruben Santiago.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm Ruben Santiago Jr. My father is Ruben Santiago Sr. He was alive, and I was Junior.
So where did the Hudson come from?
So it's my mother's last name, and people were so confused about who I was when I came into New York as Ruben Santiago, talking like a brother from the South. They were like, who, what? So my godmother suggested that I put Hudson on, and so people would clarify, give people more clarity that I was black and Puerto Rican.
Yeah, because, when you hear Ruben Santiago, I'm going to be looking for a Puerto Rican fellow. But then when I look at you, of course, you look more African-American. And then you put the Hudson on there, and it's like Ruben Santiago Hudson. Okay, he got me a little confused there. But anyway, thank you so much for clarifying that, because I had no idea that you were Puerto Rican.
Yes, I'm Puerto Rican and I'm black. But, I'm light-skinned Puerto Rican compared to some of my cousins on the island.
Really? Oh, so you're the lighter of the brothers, as they call it. Okay. Now,
African blood in Puerto Rico.
Uh-huh. And so that's why there's a lot of them that look more African American in Puerto Rico, because isn't it black, French, and what is the other one? Isn't it like 3 nationalities that make up Puerto Rico?
It's black, it's African, Spanish, and
go.
Taino Indian.
There you go. There you go. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, we're breaking up a little bit, but I can hear you.
Okay, well, we're going to make sure that this works. Thank you, guys. For all of those that are tuning in, we're talking to Ruben Santiago Hudson. He stars as Cecil Diamond in BET's The Quad. He plays that band director that can kind of get on your nerves a little bit because he messing with my girl, Eva. But anyway,
you know y'all love me. Y'all know y'all love me. If the old church ladies love me, the middle women love me, and some of the younger women. But Cecil Diamond's sexy. Come on.
Oh my! That's why I say you are the man that we love to hate. I mean, literally, you play that character, but you play it so well, and that's the one thing I could say. It's almost like that male chauvinist kind of attitude that kind of get under your nerves. But my girl Eva, she doing real well. She not letting you bother her. See, she playing it right.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not having any affairs with any students. I'm not, I'm not catching myself in any precarious situation.
Right.
I got busted because my band people did a hazing that I didn't like, and eventually I told them, you don't do that.
Right.
Not to that extent.
Oh, not to that extent.
Cecil's just trying to survive. He's competing.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you a question real quick about Lackawanna Blues. Lackawanna Blues was something that was very special to you. Can you talk to us about that?
Lackawanna Blues basically was a love letter to the woman who adopted me, named Rachel Crosby, that everybody called Nanny. Oh. And I revered her in such an extraordinary way. that after her passing, I wanted to leave some legacy so people would never forget her or the other strong, extremely strong African American women in our communities who are the bedrock of our communities. So I wanted to write this movie that would be a thank you to all those women that have held us together through their blood, sweat, and tears as men, as community, as women. And so I wrote Lackawanna Blues from the community that I was raised in, that Nanny kind of raised herself. So that's why it meant so much to me.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Quad. And for those who are not familiar with the Quad, can you kind of explain the show and also your character? Now, I love the show, but we want to make sure we get more viewers in for season 2. So can you tell us about your character and about the show?
Well, the show takes place at HBCU, for those that don't know, historical black colleges and universities. And they have a tremendous tradition and culture aspect of the HBCUs. One of those great parts of the integrity and what distinguishes them is the marching bands. My character happens to be the leader of probably the most prolific marching band in the nation. They perform for halftimes at Super Bowls for kings and queens and presidents. And we get a new president of the university who comes in, who wants to, rein Cecil Diamond, my character, in. And so she threatens him by her presence, by her whole different way of doing things. And what Cecil does is try to protect the status that he has gained and earned through how profound his band has been. And she says, calm down. And I say, I'm not giving up anything. No one gives power up easy. So there's your conflict right there. But also we deal with the ramifications of growing up in a college situation, young people maturing, the things they run into, from hookups to parties to hazing to racism to intra-racism. Everything that goes on in the microcosm of universities goes on in life itself. So that's it in a nutshell. But the great thing is, nothing's imagined and made up in anybody's head, because our staff, the great majority of our staff are from HBCUs.
Well, of course, I'm from an HBCU. Yes, see, I'm from an HBCU, and it kind of Grambling State. So you kind of described my school band, Grambling State University. Performing at Super Bowls and kings, queens, and presidents. And you also mentioned our current president, Mr. Rick Gallo, in the last episode.
Let me tell you something. The brother that wrote the show that I've directed, that comes on Tuesday night at 10 p.m.
Okay. This
Tuesday, whether it's tonight or when is from Grambling. His name is Randy Huggins.
Absolutely.
He's a graduate of Grambling State University. Randy Huggins.
Absolutely.
So he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, yes, we do, because we have a great marching band. For those who do not know, it's GSU, still rocks the house. Like, I'm still rep Grambling all day long. So what else can we expect from you? But before we get to that question, I want to say thank you to all the writers on the show, because you are addressing some things that a lot of people kind of brush up under the rug. You are addressing rape on a campus on the show, which is really good, and also the effects of it, how it affects families, and how the young man ended up committing suicide, and how the president's daughter was raped. And also you're addressing hazing, and not only hazing, but this is one thing a lot of people don't realize: a lot of hazing that goes on in bands. And has any parents ever?
Big time.
Yeah, has any parents ever come to you to say thank you so much for opening our eyes to hazing, and not only hazing, but hazing in bands on college campuses?
Yeah, there have been some students who've said that, but the parents almost they're a little more quiet about it. I mean, it's something that people don't want to talk about,
right?
And so when we deal with the issue, we have to deal with both ends: those who turn their blind eye to it, which at one time Cecil Diamond did, and those that are part of it, which a lot of people have been, and then those that reject that. So it has to be from many perspectives, because it's wrong. The extent that they take it to is wrong. But how are we going to deal with it if we don't put it out there and talk about it?
Absolutely. And I thank God that you guys even brought it up before the whole Harvey Weinstein situation, when you guys brought it to. And also, it shows empowerment when the young lady decided to take the Krav Maga class to learn self-defense. So also teaching young women to go ahead and learn how to defend themselves. So that was for me, It was
Yeah.
a great subtle message in learning how to protect yourself in these situations if you were to ever be in one. So I want to say, kudos to all of you in the cast.
Women have to know that those situations are there, and you
Mm-hmm.
will get confronted and challenged one way or another, whether it's in that connotation or trying to get a promotion in your job, in some man that's in a position is promoting somebody that's a man just because he's a man. You're going to be challenged all kind of ways, and you need to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
You need to draw the line of what you're willing and not willing to do, and also draw the line to stand up on your own 2 feet and not accept, abuse in any way.
Absolutely. And you have a great all-star lineup. You have some great recurring guests is going to be coming on the show. You have Big Boy from Outkast. We just saw him. Of course, Cheryl Lee Ralph and also
Yep.
Debbie Morgan, and Mr. Ronrico Lee is playing his role. What else can we expect to see this season?
Oh, we have the storylines and the people that we bring in really challenge us. There's another young man out of Houston named Brandon Durden who's on the show called The Americans, who's a rising star. He comes on there. Then we have, Jasmine Guy she's part of the cast, but she's so busy. She comes in and does her thing. It's just it's one of those jobs you go to and you have to pinch yourself sometimes and say, oh my God, here's Big Boy. Here's we have Sahada the Prince. He already did episode 1. Hip hop. Oh man, I just cannot tell you anything that you're looking for as entertainment is concerned, and the aspects of life itself. It's on the Quad. The Quad is a show. There's no reason in the world it shouldn't be a big hit because it's unlike anything on television, and it has aspects of everything about life.
Absolutely.
So it's really cool, and I'm so proud to be a part of this show. Felicia D. Henderson, our showrunner, is dynamite. 80% of our staff on behind the camera is black.
And I got a chance to chat
And
with.
that blows me away.
No, I was going to say I got a chance to chat with Rob Hardy on Wednesday, who's so excited about the show. Of course, he's a product of HBCU as well.
Oh, I love Rob Hardy.
Yeah, so he was really, and I told him you're going to be on the show on Monday, so he was really happy about that. So again, thank you so much for coming on the show. And I just wanted to say thank you. I hear the excitement in your voice just to, go to the set and to really hear that joy that you have. And we want to make sure that everyone tunes in tomorrow night. Now, did you say that tomorrow night is the show that you're actually going to be directing? Did you say that earlier?
That is my directorial debut, television. As far as television is concerned, I'm a theater director.
Yeah.
And now I'm moving into TV, and I'm so excited.
Well, congratulations. And we want to make sure that.
It is a show.
Go ahead.
It is a show not to be taken lightly tomorrow. It's a real heavy, but it's still a lot of humor in it. But it's a real. We're going to deal with a lot of things that people are going to be very. I think they're going to be very wrapped up and emotional about when they see it. Because it's one of those shows. It's just, I think it was beautifully shot and acted, and hopefully I did a good job directing it.
And I was going to say, and beautifully directed by you. Well, everybody that's tuning in, I want to make sure you guys tune into the Quad tomorrow night with Ruben Santiago Hudson making his directorial debut tomorrow night at 10 p.m. on BET. And again, thank you so much, Ruben, for coming on the show. And I look forward to having you back on the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Have a great day. Bye-bye. And again, I want to remind everyone to make sure that you tune in tomorrow night to BET. I want to make sure you check out his directorial debut. I think it's such a blessing. Also, this segment of the Lady Charmaine Live Show is sponsored by Up and Away Travel Services. Your travel specialist, Miss Sherry Brockman, is here to help you. Give her a call at 916-826-6606 or just go to her website at upandawaytravelservices.com and make sure you book your vacation. Valentine's Day is coming up, and also spring break. So make sure you take your entire family on a spring break or a summer vacation. Make sure you go to Up and Away Travel Services today online at upandawaytravelservices.com. And be sure to continue to tune into the Lady Charmaine Live Show. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share the show as well. And if you missed any celebrity interviews, all you have to do is go to my YouTube page. It's Lady Charmaine TV on YouTube and catch up on all the celebrity interviews. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.